A couple of weeks ago, I was cleaning up the scrap metal for my newly dismantled truck camper to throw into the bed of my pickup and take to the recycling yard. And one of those pieces of scrap metal bounced up and broke out the rear window in my pickup.
Well, what'd you go and do a fool thing like that for?
Well, it's not like I did it on purpose. But anyway, now I need to fix that. I've already ordered a replacement rear window. Here it is. See, it can be useful sometimes too, and I just need to install it. And while I'm in there, I'm going to take the back seat out of the pickup and clean it. One, because it's covered in broken glass, but also a couple of years ago, I spilled nearly an entire bottle of differential fluid into the back seat. And it's the weirdest thing. Ever since that happened, everyone that gets into my pickup tells me it smells funny. So I'm going to take care of that while I'm in there too. Join me! I'm covered in cat hair. Didn't need to add that. Every little dent, scratch, and piece of crap on this pickup can tell a story. For instance, I just found these 3 little pieces of melted aluminum. These are from Tyler Hoover's fire-damaged Ferrari F355. I'm the one that trailered that thing from the Wizard shop in Kansas to Tavares' shop in Florida using this pickup. I think I threw some of the body panels in the bed of the pickup here, and these must have fallen off of them. And this is all that remains of that trip. That was several years ago now. Do you think Tavares is done with that Ferrari yet? First thing that needs to happen is this rear seat back needs to come out. And I'm glad I looked this up ahead of time because it's not particularly difficult to get this seat back out, but there is a trick to it. There's just 2 little plastic clips holding it in. It's sort of slotted in place. And I need the stabby, pokey, feely, proby bit to get in there and push the clip back. Hopefully I can do this with relative ease. Deploy the glowing stick. Oh, I think that, no, that wasn't it. Ah, got it. Oh, God. This was the hardest thing ever. No, I think I got it. I think I got it. Yes. Oh, I forgot to do a thing first. There we go. Seat back out. Now what? Oh my God, the things that are supposed to be easy just aren't. Come off. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I never thought I'd use a metal pry bar on a plastic tab. 3, 2, 1. This is a T45 bit. I hope it is not bigger than that because this is the largest bit I have. It's bigger than that. I'm gonna have to go to town. Got it! It's a T50 Torx bit. There we go. There we go. Huh, there's a little plug here that goes up to nothing. I'm guessing that's for the rear window defroster on models that have it. I'm lucky in the sense that my rear window had no defroster lines and no sliding rear window, so it was cheaper. It's just a plate of glass, essentially. Now let's take off these little loops here so I can take this backer panel off. And honestly, I have no idea what these loops did. Before I looked up how to remove the seat, I thought you pulled up on these loops to pull the seat back forward, but that's not it. They're just bolted to the back of the truck. No idea what they do. And out. This little sound insulation panel. Now, before I get what remains of the rear window out, let's see if I can get these seat bottoms out. It looks like it might be as simple as 1 screw on each end. Hopefully it is that simple. Let's find out. All right, I revised my earlier statement. It looks like there's only 2 bolts holding this in place. We'll see if it's that easy. Oh, I was just trying to unscrew a captive nut. Now, will it pop out? Or how's that middle bit attached? That's probably screwed in there too. Where'd my impact go? Impact! Hello, where are you? Won't come off yet because I've got 3 other nuts to undo. Yay! Oh, God. Unreasonably tight. Excuse me, I'm just gonna block the camera here. No big deal, right? You didn't want to see this crap anyway. Don't you got something better to watch? Yes! Why is that soaking wet? Oh, that's the differential fluid that I spilled in the seat years ago. That's gross. Pop out. As I said in the beginning of the video, a couple of years ago, I spilled nearly an entire bottle of diff oil in the back seat. You can even see, here's the seat back. There's a pretty good sized oil stain right here. So to get these seats as thoroughly clean as I possibly can, I'm going to start by removing the seat covers, which should be a simple matter of unclipping a bunch of things and then pulling the seat cover off. Hopefully. This appears to be just Velcro. Yeah, it's Velcro. These little plastic brackets that the headrests slot into are holding the seat fabric on, so I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that they tap out from underneath. Hopefully so anyway, otherwise I'm damaging something. Hey, perfect. Now that little support rod that runs through the front for rigidity is actually clipped on through the back here, so I got those clips to remove. Looks like I'm wrong. I don't think those clips unclip from the back. I think this rod just pulls out. I said I think this rod just, I think I'm wrong again. Yeah, that's not how that worked. Okay, I think I got it for real this time. It looks like this rod that is adding rigidity to the seat cover here is held in by clips that need to be pulled off from the front. There we go. This piece of the seat took the most oil and is therefore the grossest, so hopefully it's fairly easy to disassemble. Is that, it's Velcro! That's so clever. Thank you, Ford. Whoop, and then well, the frame pops out. That's kind of neat. Don't mind me, I'm just struggling. There we go. I would say it's surprising that this seat frame is rust-free, whereas all the others at least have rust starting, but it's also coated in a layer of grease from the bottle that I spilled. It's disgusting. There we go. To clean off these seat covers, I'm just saturating them in dish soap and letting them soak for a while, and I'll come back later and rinse them off. Probably several times. I went ahead and scrubbed and washed all those seat covers using liberal amounts of dish soap. So while those seat covers are drying, I'm going to go ahead and remove what remains of the rear window and replace it with the new unit. And you might be surprised to learn that this rear window is just held in by several 9mm nuts. That's it. Should be able to just go around and slowly peel this frame off little by little. Yeah, that's not a big goopy mess at all. To remove all this leftover butyl tape, I just dabbed it up with another clump of butyl tape. I don't know, I think I might have to throw my gloves away. Just a thought. Since I spilled that bottle of diff oil in the backseat of my pickup, I've had several people tell me that the inside of my truck smells bad. I've even had a few people tell me that it smells overwhelmingly bad. But me, I've never been able to smell it in there. Yes, if I stick my nose directly in the seat cushion where I spilled the diff oil, I can smell the diff oil. But aside from that, I can't really smell it. I don't really know what these people were talking about. Maybe I'm just not sensitive to that kind of smell. That is, until I was just now taking that rear window out. I could smell something terrible the whole time I was working on that. And I was thinking, is this that horrible smell that everyone's been telling me about this whole time? Well, no. Turns out I stepped in dog poop. Here's my new rear window to go in. This only cost me about 150 bucks on eBay, so not bad at all. And as you can see, it's a simple bolt-in affair. But first, I need to add sealant to this channel around here to, seal it. Now, before I looked it up, I didn't know what kind of sealant to use in this, so I just went to an auto parts store and looked around, and the only thing I could find is black RTV. But as it turns out, that's not the right stuff to use. This is butyl tape. I just need to unstick this roll and put it in this channel, and then when I screw it in place, it'll smash up against there, and this stuff stays flexible forever. So this is the right stuff to use, and I need to adhere this now, and then I can install my new window. It appears that my roll of butyl tape is a wee bit too wide, so I'm going to have to stretch it out a bit before sticking it in here. The butyl tape is in, and yes, I know it looks like chewing gum. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Hey, it's darker in here now. Weird. Done. Since I'm in here, I might as well see how far the differential oil damage goes, because I know it didn't stop at the seat. And when I took this seat bracket bolt out here, it was sopping wet. And now there's a small puddle of differential oil below the pickup underneath this hull. So I know there's at least a little bit of oil still in this carpet in this area over here. So I might as well take the seat bracket out, peel the carpet back and see what I need to do. Thankfully, I've already taken the bolts out of this, so it should just pop right out. There is some diff oil down here, although not nearly as much as I expected there to be. It's just around the low areas of the carpet and around this door runner right here. So what I'm going to do to get rid of it, now this won't be a foolproof method, and don't freak out, I'm going to hit it with acetone. If I do end up bleaching the carpet, it doesn't matter because the only spot with grease on it is low and covered by a seat bracket anyway. So, acetone it is. It's not super thorough or anything, but I can't get really thorough with this carpet without taking it out, and it'll be enough to dampen the smell anyway. So, the seats were the main things to get clean. This was just secondary. I suppose the only thing left is to get everything put back in. And that's it. The seats are still drying, so I can't put them in yet, so I guess I'm done for now. All the seat parts are dry now, so now it's time to reassemble all the seaty bits. And to help me with that task, I purchased a set of very high-end hog ring pliers. Those are the finest set available at Harbor Freight. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any hog rings, so I hope the ones that are still in the seat cushions are all still good and reusable. Let's get started. And by the way, this seat cushion was very hard to wash because it's essentially a gigantic sponge, so it was very hard to rinse all the soap out. I did not get all of it out, but I much prefer this thing smelling like dish soap rather than diff oil. All right, let's try these hog rings out. If I couldn't find any hog ring pliers, I thought I might be able to get away with using zip ties. I don't know if that would be a bad thing or not, but I found hog ring pliers, so it doesn't matter. Newly cleaned seat frame. Slot in there. This is the only cushion that I had to clean. The rest of them were oil-free. How do I attach this? I don't know how to clip this back together. I got it. That took forever. Now I gotta do one more. This seat's still stained. I'm gonna have to wash this one again. All right, let's move on to the next seat. This part of the seat's still stained too. Well, it looks like I gotta wash two of the seat covers again. See you in a while. All right, I've re-washed and thoroughly re-scrubbed the seat covers, and as you can see, it made a lick of difference. They're still stained and gross looking. So I'm just going to reassemble the seats as they are. At least they don't stink anymore, and that's all I really cared about. Same old, same old. Flip inside out. Use the hog ring pliers to clip the hog rings back onto this seat support bar thing. Here's that. Now very carefully try to invert the seat cover over the seat cushion. Look, Mom, I'm an upholsterer. I'm not, though. And then the worst part of reassembling all this is clipping this massive long strap back together, which proved to take like 20 minutes on the last seat cushion. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's gonna take a while. Ah, finally. Oh, that's a hand killer. I'm gonna put the hardware back on. Lastly, the seat back, which is still very stained, but that's okay, because it don't stink no more. Clip this bar into place using the hog rings. Oh! Right, 4 of these hog rings did not take, and I have only got 1 left. So I am going to have to use zip ties, because I couldn't find any more hog rings. All right, commence with the zip tying. Heave-ho! Checking my lovely reconditioned seat that now smells like a baby duck after an oil spill. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I think that's it. I'm done. I know that wasn't the most interesting video in the world, but I had to get it done, and I might as well put it on video because it took 3 days out of my life that I would have otherwise spent on other videos. So, thanks for watching.